What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we are going to check out the first news on the new area that will be released together with this new season, Song of Strife, in May. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, we will get our first season of AFK Journey in May. It is called Song of Strife. We have this event associated with it. You can get some loot here. It's not much to do just right now, and we didn't have too much info on the content yet. So now we got the first big piece of news, and I want to check this out with you because it is about a new area, and we already have a few areas right now. We are in Remnant Peaks here, and you can see the areas at the bottom here. We have Remnant Peaks, Veduso Mountains, Dark Forest, Golden Wheatshire and Holystone, of which I think most people say that Veduso Mountains, Remnant Peaks and Dark Forest look a bit similar. I think Dark Forest still a bit less so. Veduso Mountains, Remnant Peaks, I mean, they have some special things like the Moon Temple, for example, for Remnant Peaks, but they are fairly similar. Whereas Golden Wheatshire, which is still my favorite area, is rather special. We have the wheat fields here, which are pretty great. I love the trees here, for example. Those trees, honestly, they're like painting-esque, can you say it like that? They are pretty great. So, the new area, though, was now shown in this news post. It is called Ashen Wastes, the new desert region. So our first desert region, which means area that looks completely different to everything that we've seen before. And it will be kind of interesting because it is apparently the home of the Maulers. And this new area, as you can already see in the first screenshot here, pretty full of rocks, pretty full of desert. It's a desert with rocks, so it makes sense in that sense. But I like the art style here with those horns that we can see. We also got some info on the climate. Apparently there will be a vast desert in there. Vast open desert full of sand. We see a lot of characters in there. Maybe some hallucinations or something. I don't know. It looks pretty interesting. On the next one you can see they put some skeletons in there. A big amount of rocks there still. And we don't really have a lot of information on the enemies that we will see in there. But one thing I'm pretty sure about, I think one of the new heroes that we are going to see pretty soon, I guess in the next maybe few weeks, at least during the season I reckon, will probably be a Mauler hero. Because we get introduced to the Uru clan. The Uru clan in the Song of Strife season emerged from a desert oasis and developed unique cultures and traditions, and we can see their homes right here. If we open this image, we can probably zoom in a bit more. Let me do that. So I wanted to zoom in a bit on those characters. We don't really have a high definition picture in there, though I like this little sand art here. It's kind of cool. And both of those Maulers don't really resemble anybody we know. This guy may be a bit OD, but I'm not sure. So this will be one of the areas we are going to visit, and we are going to meet the Uru clan, which is one of the tribes in this area. Aside from that, we also have desert fauna and flora, vultures, as it probably is right for a desert, are in there. So, and aside from that, we have those lizards they showed us, and the tamed iron jaws, but I think are really cool. What I would really like to see is somehow if they could manage to make this like a mount. If you could get one that you could ride across the map. I mean, it's not a big thing, but it would be kind of fun to do that. So I'm looking forward to see if that is possible. I would definitely hype that, honestly. That would be pretty sweet to ride one of those iron jaws across the map. Would be kind of fun. We can also see it. It's like the front of a city there. We have a bridge. Pretty interesting. The lizards again seem to be everywhere. Some new collectible plants, if you don't know what they are for. Basically you have like a system with every single character that you can rank up, and it's called affinity. And once you rank that up, you unlock a title for every single specific character and some new info pieces on their history. Can be quite good. I unlocked that for the titles that I wanted to. Was kind of nice. Blazing Orchid, also another desert plant there. Those are not really the interesting parts for me, at least. I like those pictures. Culture and architecture. Now we can see a bigger city here. Resilient tribes find ways to endure. Some live nomadic lives, constantly relocating to find water and food, while others settle near desert oases or rocky formations. So, The War Song Festival New Season is a distinctive tradition stemming from the Dusklord faith and Mauler culture of the Ashen Wastes area. So it's the Mauler culture that we will visit here. And I like the design that shows here with the white horns, those tents all around. It is pretty cool. We have this Colosseum here, which I wonder if we're going to fight in the story. Really, so regarding the story, we don't know much yet. We don't know what new systems are going to be released with that. Is there maybe going to be immediately a hero release? Which I doubt, because we have the Radar banner right now with Florabelle. Wouldn't really make sense to have another release right then, unless, of course, the season would be released around the time when the Florabelle banner ends, which is not impossible, given that this will end in May. So maybe that is an indicator already for the time this is going to be released. We can check that out in a second. We'll check out when this exactly ends at the end of the video. So ending remarks already. That wraps up our new map preview. Stay tuned for next week when we delve into the story behind the new season, explore Mauler culture and offer exclusive peeks for the new characters. Which will be fairly interesting, given that we saw with Florabelle that they like to also release characters we saw in the story as playable characters later. So this might also show us a new character already. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will check that out as well. So let's now check out this Florabelle rate up and see when that ends. Okay, and as we can see, we have 21 days and 7 hours left to go, which would make it exactly the reset time from the 9th of May to the 10th of May. So maybe this will also be the time when we see the new season arrive, and maybe also this will be the time when we see a new Mauler hero arrive. I could see the combination of the new season coming together with a Mauler hero. So Mauler heroes right now, we already have quite the fancy bunch. I noticed the main theme around them, aside from OD, is really defensive nature. We have a lot of defensive heroes there with Coco. You can build very, very tanky teams. And right now, what I really would like to see from that faction is either a summoner to work together with Florabelle, or some magic damage hero that can debuff magic defense for obvious reason, because OD is a magic damage hero. That would be a very sweet synergy. Would definitely look forward to that. But other than that, like, I'm not really sure what I would want from there. We have Brutus as a tank. We have a lot of roads there already filled. We have an insane damage dealer in there. We have insane defensive heroes. It is overall a very, very good faction. And one that I didn't really struggle with to clear the tower. So that in itself speaks a lot for the faction. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys have some better ideas than me down in the comments below. Write that down. I'll definitely and gladly hear all of those. We also have Smokey in there, insane healer. Like a lot of meta heroes, pretty insane. Other than that, Song of Strife. Next week we're going to check out the story. Maybe I get some extra info for all of them. We'll try that. And maybe we also already figured out the release of it. It is a rumor. I have no idea. So with that, I wish you a great day. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us in the next one.